Helping Seniors Television, all about improving quality of life for seniors. If you're a senior, know a senior, or plan to be a senior, then this show is for you. It's all about helping you develop your own aging plan so you can age actively and with dignity. Helping Seniors Television from the Helping Seniors Network of information, education, and resources. First up on Helping Seniors TV, a look at Memories Through Melodies. Our guest on this segment is Jodie Williams, founder of Memories Through Melodies and Loved One Connections, filmed on location at the Helping Seniors Mega Senior Expo at the Melbourne Auditorium. Let's join the discussion. I'm Kerry Fink, in for Joe Steckler on Helping Seniors Television. And what a great honor it is to be here on the Helping Seniors Network here in Brevard County. And we're actually on location today. We're here at the Melbourne Auditorium, and this is part of the Senior 2016, they call it the Mega Senior Expo. And Mega Expo is correct. I mean, there's been something like 70 different tables for seniors to stop by, lots of things from free health screenings to get your flu shot to just lots of information on all sorts of different topics. So this place has been covered up with literally throughout the day hundreds, if not thousands, of people in our area coming to get good information about aging with dignity and things that will help them in their aging plan. So on today, we have a really exciting show coming up because we have as our guest Jodie Williams. Jodie has a unique ministry called Memories Through Melodies. And so welcome, Jodie.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here today. Now, as you might guess, with a title like Memories Through Melodies, this might have something to do with music. Tell us briefly, what is that?
So Memories Through Melodies is a business and it's a ministry that I started a little over 5 years ago. So basically, it's an hour of fun, stimulating memories, bringing inspiration all through music.
And you find one of the things that you've explained that a lot of times this has to do with helping seniors get connected in a certain way. What does that mean? What do you find happens when they're hearing these melodies?
Oh, wow. All kinds of things occur. I mean, I find when I'm walking into a home, you might see people just watching TV, which is very common, just sitting there. They might look lonely, they might look sad, but when you play music, it changes everything. It changes their posture, their facial expressions, everything, and you'll see them start to socialize with one another.
You were one of the presenters at a recent event called Knowledge College for Aging. It's just a wonderful organization headed up by Rob Dixon, who's kind of the founder, academic dean, and it's a scenario where you guys go into providing these seminars, like these 3-hour seminars, where you're getting people to understand issues connected with aging and how to prepare and plan for them and do that in a well way. And one of the things you did in one of the recent ones that I had the privilege of being at was you did this wonderful segment where you demonstrated, the seniors that sort of the equivalent of walking in and they're hunched over and they're not really connected, and then you start running tunes that really had some meaning for them, and you saw them kind of come to life, and then you actually caused the audience to kind of come to life because the same thing happened there. Is that a common experience when you go and minister?
It actually is. It's not a daily thing, but I will tell you I've experienced that many times, and it's really neat to experience. I've actually seen things happen that you would find on YouTube, where if you Google music therapy and you see someone with advanced stages of dementia just come to life, if you will, and begin to just raise their head and their eyes brighten and they start to dance and sing, and it's amazing how music lights up a different area of the brain and touches people like nothing else can.
It's amazing. For many years, we were part of a radio network called The Music of Your Life. So it was music that had great meaning for people. It was playing primarily, everything from big band up through the 60s, call it Nat King Cole, Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, that kind of sound. And we were called in by a lot of cruise ships to put together theme cruises where we would present entertainment on board. And it was always amusing in a kind way to us because we would see people throughout the day who were doing their very best to move around the ship as best as they could. And in the evening, when that band hit that first note, it was like literally something just lifted 20 years off of them, and
Right?
it was phenomenal. And I guess you see that a lot in what you do.
It's so true. It's so true. I will tell you, for example, just yesterday I received a message from the daughter of a lady that I see one-on-one twice a week, and she said, I just want to let you know, I just spoke to my mom, and she said that you made her day a better day just by coming singing with her, playing music. And that's the kind of stuff that's like, okay, this is why I do what I do, and it's almost emotional for me.
So one of the things that's fascinating, I was going to ask you, that was going to be my next question. Who do you work with? You work sometimes with a group of people, and sometimes you work with individuals. How does this work?
Right. So the answer is yes. So I work with all of the above. So I actually travel to large assisted living facilities as well as the small group homes, and even people one-on-one, maybe in a private home, shut-ins, bed-bound people, whoever needs my service is who I do music with. So I see all different types of groups, and I really don't have a favorite. I'll be honest with you, they're just different. Like the large groups, I really enjoy the energy, the feedback that I get, and to watch them socialize with one another and just begin to have so much fun. But I also really value the one-on-one with the person who's in that bed day after day, and maybe desires to share, a memory or a story, and for me to just take that time with them, it's so priceless, and so I enjoy both, really.
So one of the things that's interesting is that you probably find yourself being like a connecting point, because you're ministering to a senior, but then there's a family member or family members who may either be out of town, they're not necessarily able to visit with their loved one, and it's funny because even though your first mission is to work with that person, it seems like you're bringing the family together in some way.
It's true. It really is true, because think about the family. They're concerned about their loved one every day. They're not with them, and for them to know that somebody's coming in, just even for an hour, to be that extra pair of eyes or ears, and just loving on them and giving them hugs and just doing an hour of music therapy with them that brightens their day and just lifts their spirits. It's a blessing to the family as well, for sure. Mm-hmm.
Well, so I don't want to use the word music therapy because I don't know what but it seems like you're sort of moving in that direction with some of this. What type of benefits do you see people gaining when they participate in this kind of program, whether it's a group or as an individual?
Right. Yes, I definitely see. As I mentioned before, it changes the atmosphere of the home or just the person. I've even had administrators and CNAs tell me that I want you to know that after you leave, and it's not me. It's the music, it's God, but it changes the atmosphere of the home. They're more peaceful, they're calmer, they're more joyful, and they're socializing with one another. Maybe they're engaged in things, and it kind of expands their interest in things that they wouldn't normally do unless the music comes in and inspires them for that day. Mm-hmm.
Well, and this whole thing for you. As a believer, it's a real ministry, and you take this very serious in what you do. And I know a lot of research has been done on this topic of how music can trigger certain reactions and memories in the brain. You must have some phenomenal stories. Can you think of one you might want to share?
I have. I've truly witnessed people, advanced stages of dementia, head down in a wheelchair, and for some reason, one song would spark something in them, and you'll see them, their head come up. And I witnessed this lady, and it was just, I'll never forget it. She screamed out loud, and actually the song was Tutti Frutti by Little Richard. I'll never forget it. So she squealed and began to, dance around, and it was just, and even the CNAs were like, oh my goodness, she never talks. She never, so it's truly a real thing, No,
it is phenomenal. And I know you're connected, like we talked about earlier, with the Knowledge College for Aging. And one of the things that is happening, I know there's a big day that's coming up. I think it's February 18th of next year. And you Rob has the Knowledge College partnered with Health First, and you guys are going to do a big deal in front of 200 or 300 people over at the Hilton Rialto. And you know, I saw what you did in the church environment with like 100 people, and how when you made the point, you were using a song from a movie, and you said, "What would this movie be without this song?" And you know, everybody instantaneously understood it. What if somebody is doing caregiving at home? You know, and maybe they should call you, or they don't. Just some tips, things that they might want to try.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So when I do music, when I do a session, my goal, my prayer, my hope is to reach the elderly emotionally, physically, and spiritually. So I would encourage them to do that. And how they would do that emotionally is music is very moving, as we're talking about it. But I would encourage memory sharing. So if a song strikes them, to really take the time to listen to their memories, and I think that just brings people to life when they talk about memories. Physically, any type of songs you can do to encourage movement. For example, you've got the hokey pokey if somebody is able, but little songs like New York, New York. What I do with them is every time you hear the words New York, you have to hold up your instruments and shake them back and forth. In the middle of She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain, there's a long instrumental part of a banjo. So that's the part we all have to move our feet. Okay, at this part, come on, we're moving our feet, Right. Somewhere Over the Rainbow, you can make up your own hand movements, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, anything you can do to stimulate them. One last one that I want to mention, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. They love this. I bring these little soft balls, we sing the song, and we toss these soft baseballs, and they are laughing and giggling. And, so whether it's a small movement or a large movement, whatever they're capable of, I would encourage that movement. And then lastly, the spiritual part. Music it's spiritual, it's worshipful. And, I'll bring in songs like How Great Thou Art, The Old Rugged Cross, In the Garden. And, when we sing these songs, we're actually worshiping. And, it kind of opens the door. It gives an opportunity to share God with them, to read an encouraging scripture, or maybe even share God with them if they don't know the Lord. And what I do is I hand everybody a silk red rose, and I ask them, what does a red rose represent? And they all say love. And I say, well, who loves you more than anybody could ever love you? And they say Jesus. And so I say, that's why we're going to sing this, and we're going to worship him today. And, that's a great opportunity to open up that, because they realize they are in the last chapter of their life.
It really makes a difference, and one of the, we have just like a minute left, but Helping Seniors' reason for existence is connecting people with resources and ideas that will help them age with dignity. And a lot of times, people, like you said, it could be a last chapter or whatever, but why is this your thing?
Okay. When you talk about a why, that makes me want to cry. Honestly, it's truly a passion of mine. Music has always been, and I've always loved the elderly. I really think that God just instilled that. He just wired me that way, and I just brought the two together, and it's a ministry to me, and it's a piece of that puzzle that is sometimes missing for the elderly to bring joy to them. I mean, they might be taken care of physically, they might be fed, they might be, have shelter and everything they need, but if they don't have joy, that's a huge piece of the puzzle that they need.
Well, that's a great way to sum it up. Well, Jodie, thank you for being part of Helping Seniors TV today, and thank you for sharing this marvelous story.
Thanks for having me.
Next up on Helping Seniors TV, it's a look at Helping Seniors of Brevard with Helping Seniors Network founder and president Joe Steckler, coming up right after this.
I'm Joe Steckler. I'm the president of Helping Seniors, and we're sitting here at the Market Street Memory Care Facility on Morrell Road in Melbourne, Florida. We're getting ready for a kickoff of a new type of event for us. This is a combined auction, art auction, oriental rug auction, and various pieces of jewelry. But all of us designed to raise money to help people. And that's the whole story of our organization. We're designed to provide information, education, and then help connect seniors and those that care for seniors to the resources they need to care for them. So it's a big, exciting time for us. I've been in the care business now for 27, going on 28 years, and I see a lot of change. One of the biggest changes I've seen as we move forward is the ability to raise funds. And it's going to be through organizations like Market Street that are in the care business already, that become partners with some of the nonprofit organizations that do the type of work that Helping Seniors does. And I think it's extremely important for viewers of all types to understand that this is not a government operation. This is not a county operation. This is a private enterprise of people helping people. And, this is not a prepared text. This is just something that's off the cuff, and it's off the cuff because I believe that if you watching me understand that what I say to you comes from my heart and from experience of working with people for 27, 28 years, and in my last job as a commanding officer of the United States Retirement Home in Gulfport, Mississippi, I understand there are so many things that people don't realize that they need as they grow older. So that's going to be the story of success in the future. We're going to have to learn how to do a better job of raising funds, of connecting organizations to corporations, and in total, do a better job of helping people. And it's been a great run for me. I've done 27, 28 years, and I soon hope to turn this whole entity over to another person, but I'll always be there to help them in whatever capacity I can. I'll continue to write some, I'll do some radio work if they want me to do it, I'll do some television work, I'll do whatever they want me to do, because it's been my life. It's been my life, I believe, of helping people. And I think that I heard a minister say something, and one of them was Reverend Billy Graham when he spoke to a group of people back in Norfolk, and I think it was in the middle 70s. He sort of stated to the people in the audience that we cannot take our earthly possessions with us into the next world, but we can take the good that we do here in this world with us into the next life. And I think that's so important. Some people can give materially, financially, some can give of themselves, some can give time, but you as a person have to figure out how you in your own heart can make yourself believe that you can do best to help people. So with that said, I just want to thank you for whatever you do to pay attention to what we do to try to help you help us. So thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Chris.
And we're with Market Street of Viera. We are so proud to be affiliated with Helping Seniors of Brevard, and we are amazed by what they're doing for the Brevard County area.
One thing that we're very excited about with Helping Seniors of Brevard is how the open hand that you all reach out with to the people who live in this community. It seems like you have such a commitment and a passion to connect those who are involved with seniors and to create a sense of common unity among the entire area. I love that. That's one of the distinctives of our own company.
Hi, I'm Elaine Cook, president of Handy Pro of the Space Coast. And I love helping seniors. I had known about Joe Steckler and his Joe's Clubs years and years ago when my sons used to come and play for the Alzheimer's people at the Joe's Clubs. And we got such a kick out of it, and we thought that it was so wonderful to watch these people having a great time together, singing. They always knew the Christmas carols. It was really cool. So when Helping Seniors came around to my business, I thought that this would be a very good avenue to promote my business and also connect as a partnership.
Helping Seniors of Brevard County is an organization, a new nonprofit organization designed to help seniors. And in my short presentation, I'll tell you what we do, what we hope to do, and how we hope to receive your help. But in order to receive your help, I think it's important that you know a little bit about me, what my background is, and why I seek your help. First, I'm a graduate of the Naval Academy. I served 38 years on active duty. I've traveled all over the world. I've had jobs in Washington, D.C., and this is not a political pitch, really. This is I just want you to know that I've served our country, but I've had jobs that have put me in contact with people. In my last job, I had command of the United States Naval Home in Gulfport, Mississippi. And it was there that I learned the true value of having excellent programs that assisted seniors. As commanding officer of the Naval Home, I had 550 rooms for well seniors. I had a 57-bed assisted care floor. I had a 60-bed hospital. I had doctors, nurses, CNAs that worked for me, that helped care for these people. I saw what long-term care was. I saw what could happen if people were able to socialize. I saw what happened if they got the right element of care early on. And then I retired from the Navy, and I came to Brevard County. I worked at the Florida Institute of Technology for a short period of time, and then I took a job with the Alzheimer's Association East Central Florida chapter in Melbourne, Florida. Over the course of the next 10 or 12 years, we built 3 dementia centers on county land, raised the money to pay for these centers, put state-of-the-art programs in those centers. They're all operate today debt-free. And during this time, I learned the value of information and education. In order to improve the county's awareness of education and the information was available, I started a radio show called The Elder Hour. The Elder Hour first aired on December 7th, 2000. It was the 3rd radio show in the United States and over 11,000 radio shows that addressed senior issues. Within a month's time, I had the offer of a contract from Talk One Radio in Los Angeles. They wanted me to do a 3-hour daily, weekly radio show. I said, no, thank you. Brevard County, Florida was my home. I wanted to stay here. I wanted to see what we could do to make things better for senior citizens. So over the course of the time, from the early 2000, 2001, 2003, I knew that we needed to improve our education programs and our awareness especially. So then in 2007, I was able to convince Florida Today to let us have a column called Focus on Seniors in a daily life section of the paper. We had a weekly column. I had a doctor, a financial person, a legal person, myself, a psychologist. We wrote columns on senior care. And then in 2007, we also branched out into television, and we developed a show called Aging with Dignity. We filmed over 220 episodes of Aging with Dignity. All this I did was I was connected with the Alzheimer's Foundation. And then in 2011, I think it was, I left the Alzheimer's Foundation. They wanted to operate one way. I wanted to do something different. I knew that my work with the foundation was finished, and I knew that there was still more that needed to be done. So we founded this new organization called Helping Seniors of Brevard County. And one of the reasons I founded this organization was because many years ago, a retired Army Lieutenant Colonel, a fellow by the name of John Turbish, came to me and he said, Joe, if you will start the program that we now have called Helping Seniors of Brevard County, I will give you $50 a month for the rest of my life to help others receive the types of care that I've been privileged to receive myself. John was a Medical Corps Service officer, and he had arrived at Dachau the second day after the camp was opened by the liberating forces. And John told me, he said, Joe, I never want to see suffering like I saw there. And whatever I can do to help people, I want to do that. So based on all that I had learned at the Naval Home and what John talked to me about and what we were able to do here in Brevard County, and realizing we had wonderful programs already in place here. At the time it was called the Community Services of Brevard County. It's now called Aging Matters. We have some wonderful daycare programs. We had the Brevard Alzheimer's Foundation's own daycare programs. We fought to bring the diversion program, a state program that has helped people in their homes. We fought to bring all those things here to Brevard County. We were successful in doing so. But with a population explosion, in fact, Brevard County, Florida, 24th oldest county in over 3,067 counties in the United States in terms of number of people over the age of 65. So that signified we had to do something here in Brevard County to improve our own ability to fund senior care, elder care, what you want to call it. So that's why we founded Helping Seniors of Brevard County.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Mandisi, and I'm proud to be associated with Helping Seniors of Brevard. I really admire the work that Joe Steckler's been doing. His heart is all in. He has put it's been his life mission for the past many years to help seniors in this community.
Hi, I'm Steve Paff.
And I'm Dr. Christina Paff with In-Home Personal Services, and we are happy to be a partnership with Helping Seniors of Brevard. So many times people don't know where to call or what to do, but Helping Seniors of Brevard is a great resource to be able to get Kay Kaiser on the phone, and she can help direct you on where to go and who to call. And obviously, being a partnership, you can always give us a call and Kay will let us know.
I'm Beth Courtney, a financial advisor in Brevard County, and I serve on the board of Helping Seniors of Brevard. And I just really appreciate that it is such a great resource for helping seniors, frankly, to navigate things that are really new to them.
I'm Joe Steckler. Thank you for joining our program today. I'd like to remind you that our senior information line is available to you at 321-473-7770. There you can get help and direction that could be helpful for your specific situation or circumstances. The work of helping seniors is very important, but we can't do it alone. That is why our sponsors here in Brevard County are so important. I'd like to thank our many area sponsors, businesses and medical providers who support the mission of helping seniors that help us carry the cost of our media efforts. If you'd like to join us either as a business partner or simply donate as an individual, we would welcome your call at 321-473-7770. You are always welcome to visit our website at www.helpingseniorsofbrevard.org. Thanks so much for your help. It does make a difference.